I'm glad you brought up women because, well, when we did this last time on the programme, we had loads of calls from women, I think almost exclusively from women. But joining me today is a guy. His name's Wedge. You're a self-harmer.
Yes, I am.
And you're the first guy I've come across that does it.
There are some of us around.
How does it start for you? Where did it start?
It starts with feelings of low self-esteem and worry and anxiety, and I have to do something to clear my thoughts to allow me to think. So I cut.
How does your brain make the leap from feeling these insecurities to inflicting pain on yourself? That's what I don't understand.
I'm not sure how it first started, but as I go now, I know I'm going to release a lot of tension when I cut, and I'm sure it's endorphin related. Because
this is something else. The people we spoke to before, they said they felt no pain, or no real pain, when they cut themselves.
Well, you can disassociate from the pain, so there's disassociated self-injury and there's non-disassociated self-injury.
And how bad are your injuries? Can you show them to us?
I can't show you. It's not about the attention, about the injuries. It's about what I do to cope in a daily way.
And how many sort of wounds have you inflicted?
I have dozens of wounds, but I'm not a frequent cutter, so I'm not looking to stop this month or this year.
Is it over with that? Have you...
No, I'm cutting every other month or so when things get on top of me.
Can I ask, because it seems very personal, but the subject of abuse and stuff like that has come up so many times. Is that relevant to you?
No, it's not relevant. I had a difficult childhood, but happy times, no abuse.
When you started, had you heard of it before? With something
no,
else, or
I
did
felt
you invent
totally
it?
alone.
You invented this in your bedroom kind of thing?
In my own mind, I thought I had. I thought I was very strange. I was very worried about myself, and I felt very alone. And when I found the name of this, self-injury, self-harm, only a couple of years ago, I hit the web, did a search, and I was amazed to find that I wasn't alone. And that's when I created my website, selfinjury.org.uk.
Okay. How old were you when it started?
11, 12, 13. Things weren't too great at home.
Okay, so difficult times at home, that's when it began. And your parents, your folks, were they aware of what you were doing?
No, I was doing very little things as a child, very little things.
Okay.
It's bigger now as I get older.
Okay. Does that worry you?
Yes, you wonder where it may end, but as I say, I'm only an infrequent cutter, so I don't really worry too much. I don't need to stop right now.
Your distress. It must have been even more frustrating because you presumably find it quite easy to articulate everything else in your life.
Would you agree with that, Wedge?
Yes, I'd agree with that.
I mean, your website, I've looked at it, Wedge, it has an enormous fluency. It's extremely well written, and so I find that the gap between, what you do to help yourself and the way that you can express your need, very mystifying.
But there's the intellectual realm and there's the emotional realm, and I don't know what to do with my emotional realm. They seem overwhelming. I get swamped with my emotions, and I have to either stop them or I have to try and find them, and cutting can do both for me.
Okay. I wanted to get across in today's show. We've had a helpline number that keeps flipping up. It will come up again in a second. Some people may find, I think, the notion of actually talking to somebody, even a stranger down the phone, rather difficult. There's the phone number, by the way, 01242 578 820. If you find the notion of actually speaking to someone directly too much, or you're not entirely sure how you want to go about it, I cannot recommend enough Wedge's website. Its address is www.selfinjury.org.uk. That's www.selfinjury.org.uk. Any problems, give us a call. We can relay that address on to you. Check it out. It's an amazing site. Thank you, everybody. All your calls, all the people here in the studio.